We have 3 exciting stories for you to watch, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to remain ahead of the competition. Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. Let's begin. Let me know what you think of Gabriel Bortolito's performance thus far this season. Based on the comments we've seen on the channel, fans have differing opinions. In the previous Bahrain Grand Prix, Bortolito crossed the finish line in 19th place, before being moved to 18th after another driver received a post-race penalty. Despite that bump, his race lacked any significant competition for points, so what's going on in a post-race interview? Some people think he's doing pretty well considering the limitations of his car, while others are disappointed and expecting more from the Brazilian rookie in these opening rounds. The car performs fairly well when he runs alone on the track, but as soon as he gets within a second of another car, things start to go wrong. He explains that in dirty air, the Sora loses significant aerodynamic efficiency and grip, making overtaking nearly impossible. Bortolito specifically cited the Bahrain Grand Prix final lap, saying he clearly had more pace than Lance Stroll, who was right in front of him, but he couldn't figure out why because each time he closed the gap, the car lost all stability and downforce, making it feel like he was driving a completely different machine. Bortolito explained this isn't just a case of driver error or lack of experience. It's a technical issue that stems from the car's design, particularly how it handles airflow in close quarters, racing a crucial component in modern Formula One where doctors, trains, and high downforce circuits can make or break a weekend. When asked what his expectations are for the next races, Bortolito didn't sugarcoat it. He was blunt. Only a proper update will fix this, he said. Unfortunately, no major upgrades are scheduled for the next round in Saudi Arabia, which has dampened his hopes of a breakthrough performance there that means more of the same. Struggles, especially in Jeddah, a track that demands a strong balance between straight-line speed and cornering. Stability despite the disappointing results so far. One thing Bortolito does have going for him is transparency. He hasn't made excuses and continues to provide solid feedback to his engineers that honesty and insight could prove valuable to Sabre in the long run, if of course they can act on it and improve the car's overall competitiveness. So now it's your turn. Do you think Bortolito has what it takes to carve out a long-term career in Formula One with a team like Sabre, or do you think this technical package will hold him back, potentially costing him his spot on the grid in the coming seasons? And what about the team? Can Sabre make the changes necessary to turn their fortunes around in time to keep up with midfield rivals? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're enjoying this kind of deep dive content on your favorite drivers, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Grand Prix, where we bring you everything Formula One fast and straight to the point. There were plenty of headlines from the Bahrain Grand Prix, but Red Bull was once again in the spotlight, this time not for their dominance, but rather for internal conflict and obvious annoyance from Max Verstappen's camp. This was followed by an examination of the drama that transpired behind the scenes following the race and how it might impact Verstappen's future with the team. Make sure you have Grand Prix subscribed so you don't miss any updates from the Formula One world. If you like this kind of content, please remember to like it to help us out. Let's start with the on-track problems from the first free practice sessions. Max Verstappen expressed his dissatisfaction with the car, saying that it was slow, unresponsive, lacked grip, braking efficiency, and couldn't hold a line through corners. This was evident during qualifying when he made several mistakes and stopped out of position. On race day, Red Bull's strategy and pit stops, which are typically razor-sharp, fell apart due to technical mishaps and slow pit stops, costing him even more time. He finished the race in 6th place, unable to battle at the front, and, despite the lengthy season, the warning lights flashing after the checkered flag may have been even more significant. Verstappen's manager Raymond Vermeulen was reportedly seen in a heated argument with Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko, according to the British newspaper The Mirror. According to sources, Vermeulen didn't hold back when expressing his deep concerns about the team's recent direction and Max's dissatisfaction with the car's development. The conversation allegedly ended with Vermeulen leaving abruptly, a gesture That spoke volumes about the growing tension shortly after an emergency meeting was held within the Red Bull camp, which included team principal Christian Horner, chief technical officer, Helmut Marko, and Paul Monahan, the lead engineer for Pier Watch. It is widely believed that the Vermeulen-Marko dispute was at the heart of the meeting, even though the official reason was not disclosed. It is also well known that Red Bull's situation has been unstable for some time, with rumors of internal disagreements, dissatisfaction with leadership, and a car that isn't living up to championship expectations, creating an uneasy atmosphere that may eventually cause Verstappen to look elsewhere. What do you think? Are we seeing a short-term crisis that Red Bull will overcome, or is this the start of a downward spiral for the defending champions? More meetings are anticipated this week as Red Bull attempts to regain control of the situation. Their primary goal right now is to stabilize the relationship with Verstappen and fix technical issues before things get any worse. Please share your thoughts in the comments section and remember to subscribe to Grand Prix for more in-depth analysis, updates, and unique information from the Formula One world. Internal disputes, high-profile resignations, and a series of dubious decisions have all contributed to the FIA's recent turbulent era. The organization seems more disorganized than ever, and once again during the Bahrain Grand Prix we witnessed a bizarre situation that only added fuel to the growing criticism. It all started with a 10-second time penalty handed to Carlos Sainz of Williams. Yes, that's the fictional Sainz driving for Williams in this narrative. During the race, the penalty was issued due to an incident involving Kimi Antonelli from Mercedes. In addition to the time penalty, Sainz also received 2 penalty points on his super license. Now here's where things got messy. After the incident, Sainz's car was already suffering damage from an earlier collision. Eventually, he was forced to retire from the race. So far, nothing too unusual. However, post-race, the FIA released an official document stating that because Sainz didn't serve the penalty during the race due to his DNF, the 10-second penalty would be converted into a 3-place grid drop for the next Grand Prix. Seems logical, right? Well, there's just one big problem. Sainz had in fact served the penalty during the race. He pulled into the pits, waited the full 10 seconds as required, and then rejoined the track before eventually retiring. In other words, the penalty was correctly served, but the FIA apparently missed it entirely. As the racing community quickly reacted to this glaring mistake, the FIA was forced to act fast. The erroneous post-race document was immediately withdrawn, and the stewards reanalyzed the data. They finally confirmed what fans had been pointing out all along: Sainz did serve his penalty properly, and therefore should not face any additional punishment. This incident is just one more illustration of the organizational problems that the FIA is currently facing. Many insiders, including former players and even FIA officials, have expressed concerns about the way the sport is being run, especially under President Mohammed Ben Sulayem. In recent months, a number of important staff members have resigned, expressing their displeasure with the way decisions are being made behind closed doors without following the correct procedures or being transparent. Some have even gone so far as to refer to the current leadership style as a dictatorship, accusing the FIA of overreaching and making snap decisions without seeking input from the appropriate parties. The fact that race day operations, which ought to be flawless in a sport with such high stakes, are also being hampered by these internal problems, just serves to heighten the concern. If the stewards are unable to determine whether a penalty was served, it raises serious concerns about oversight and procedural accuracy at the highest level of motorsport. This is not just about science. It's about the credibility of the FIA overall. When the body in charge of enforcing the rules can't get the facts straight, it damages the integrity of the sport. What do you think? Was this an unfortunate error, or do you think the FIA needs a serious overhaul to restore its professionalism and reliability? If you value open coverage like this, please like the video and subscribe for more updates on everything Formula One.